jadis, il avait un grand pays légendaire. Qu'on appelait Is. Sur l'intervention des déesses jumelles et des 600, les grands pays prospéraient. Les déesses avaient un trésor précieux, la perle noire. Elle avait des sortes de pouvoirs mystérieux. Avec la magie, on pouvait faire des miracles. Avec l'éclairia, on pouvait amplifier ses pouvoirs magiques. Grâce à elle, on croyait que les pouvoirs de Is dureraient une éternité. Mais soudain, un désastre frappa Is. Beaucoup de monstres démoniques sont apparus et ont commencé à envahir Is. Les forces diaboliques ont tout fait de ravager la terre, mais tous les habitants sont sauvés dans le temple de Salomon. On aurait dit la fin du monde. C'est alors la perle noire qui sauva Is de la ruine, car elle souleva les temples dans les airs. Mais, aussitôt après ces soulagements fugitifs, les démons ont construit une autre tour, et une nuée de monstres sont partis en direction du sanctuaire. Is menaçait de tomber. Pire encore, un événement imprévu arriva dans le temple de Salomon. Quelle histoire! Les déesses jumelles, les descendantes de Is, ont toutes disparu. Dans une situation désespérée, les 600 ont pris une résolution. Pour constituer une équipe de recherche, ils ont organisé une sélection parmi des chevaliers et des sorciers. Enfin, les 100, ils envahiront à la terre dévastée.
Hello. Good evening. Konbanwa. And how's it going for you? I hope you've been having a good day so far. For me, it's actually been quite a good day. And now that a new week is upon us, have you been having a good weekend? For me, it's actually been quite a good weekend. And do you have any plans for this coming week? For this week? For me, well, I'm gonna be at Närcon, which is why this is the only theme today. This week. Anyway, so today we're gonna be playing some Ace Attorney Investigations, Miles Edgeworth. But before we do that, so I'm 50% Bunny, and I'm also 23% delicious, and well, I can't really think of anything else to talk about. So just give me a bit and I'm gonna launch the game now. And last time at Ace Attorney Investigations Miles Edgeworth, so did we keep it going with episode 3? Wait, hang on. Anyway, hang on. Sorry for this call. Sorry for this call. It's been called, but sorry for that. And it starts I was saying, so and when we was investigating, we managed to learn that there might actually be more than 2 kidnappers involved. Hang on, it's doing it again. There might actually be a lot more involved than we initially thought. So like by the looks of it, there might even be there might actually be a total of 4 kidnappers involved. Anyway, let's get to the gaming then. So I'll be doing this. and dot, 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 and there we go. Let's get to the gaming. And time to get started with episode 3, part 4. So, here we go. Hold it! Hold it! So, let's get to it. Must start in 3:45 p.m. Gate water, land main gate. Västerkusten detektiv kom så. Just on the other side of the fountain, so. There it is. Was it out here in the open all along? Yeah, it seems that way. No, it was discovered in the tall grass back there. Ah, that explains it. Makes sense. We moved it out here in order to examine it more thoroughly. Then let's get down to it. Okay, let's see what I can learn from this. Why is it looking at me like that? This had to be... This was to be the blue base officer meetings just parts of it. Oh, the know of someone driving a blue base away like that. This. I worked so hard to create this character. It's like my baby. How could someone do this, son? How? Okay, Komsu. Take it easy. Take a deep breath. Detective, how about sending your anchor towards finding the cool bits? Good idea! Oh, wait until I get my hands on. So what, Mr. Edson? We wouldn't be here if I never. Why don't you try figuring out for yourself for a change? Komsu being Komsu. Anyway, it's the blue base's body section. What a waste! Also, couldn't you find the able to steal this costume? Only to throw it away in the end? I yelled if what to do such a thing. Nope, no way! I want to think I yelled if would steal something so gaudy to begin with. Well, the thing that interests me the most is this one. What do we have here? It actually makes me think of this pendant. Oh, it's another pendant. That's 2 years in one day. How lucky is that? I don't think luck have anything to do with this. I think it's connected. And hey, these pretty babies made of platinum silver too. Yeah, that's the reason I think it's related. I mean, they're connected. Because they also kinda give off the same vibe as if they was made by the same person. Another pendant on top of the one we found on Mr. Deacon. Is it possible that that's true? Hold it, right there! So we meet again. Hands off, Mr. Persecutor! You so know how to cross the line, don't you? Wouldn't be a force. Abandoned whore. This is a very decisive piece of evidence. Did you come to the same conclusion as me? How can you tell? Look here and read of what you see. Okay, yeah, it seems like you came to the same conclusion as me then. Lion, hey, it's a name that's engraved on this. Mr. Bob Spanton, it's shaped like a pair of wings. Lion T is engraved on the back. Mr. Spock Benton taught a Uteton in my organizer. Anyway, so but the strange thing here is that hers was it a full name. Anyway, let's see. It's painted in the shape of a pair of wings. It has a yet nice aesthetic to it. Hey, nice to see that even you can appreciate its beauty. Things made of platinum silver tend to have a nice feeling about them, you know. I was only talking about its shape, okay? Oh, is that what you were talking about? But you know, if we're talking about wing shapes, I think the piece on my scarf is way cooler. Okay, why are you comparing? But that's not made of platinum silver, is it? It's handmade. Okay, so I'm sorry that it's not made of the expensive stuff. I mean, that you made it yourself is impressive. She made that by herself. It's incredibly well crafted. Yes, she got the skills. Loyalty is engraved into this patent. I see that I would ought have forced the name, but why use the T? Maybe it's the result of poor planning? Hard to say actually. I guess. Well, at least if I had sorted my name, I could make it go fire day. That way, even if you used to something it odd, it still say my name K fire day. I suppose if I had to do the same, I would also abbreviate it as M. Edgeworth. As for me, I would go for ULC. I don't care about doxing myself. Hold on, I think you should abbreviate it as AIM A. Get it? Haha. Okay, that was actually a good one. Yeah, it was a good one. We wanted to know that this little painting could stay up so strange conversation. And a good one. Anyway. Aha! Aha! We have you now, Mr. Kidnapper! No, you don't understand. I There you go, pointing fingers again. Lonely. I can't believe you were one of my kidnappers. Lance! Is that really the case? You kidding? Mr. Pops was one of the kidnappers? Yes. Wait, you admit it? It was me. I held Lance hostage. So, if she claims it herself, then it becomes really hard to say otherwise. So Mr. Pops is one of the kidnappers. Whatever knowing that, I can't call this case solved or over. Yeah, we still don't know the identity of the other kidnapper. Hey, guys, case closed. Not yet. Get the car ready. And I mean the special one for this young lady. Ain't you been a bit too quick now? Heh, again, Mr. Prosecutor, what is it this time? I hope you positive that Mr. Pops is also the culprit in the murder case. What happened? I thought Officer Meekins was his suspect. We found it. Found what? That officer's gone. He literally dropped it in the middle of a thick patch of gas. You got these police are ashamed. Just look at how careless they are. Well, I can't really... The opinion you got is kind of not good. Why are you calling us sir? The officer's gone didn't show signs of having been fired, so it can't be the murder weapon. So Officer Meekins has been cleared of all charges, I see. And that's when a brand new suspect comes walking onto the scene. The murder only happened because the kidnappers started fighting amongst themselves. As I recall, it was you who said that, right, Mr. Prosecutor? Yes? I was the one that said that indeed. Mr. Spock, did you really kill Mr. Närcon? Yes, I killed him. Wait, so it really was you? I can't believe it. Ha 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 ha. Thanks. Thanks for the confession. Well, I don't know. Something still feels off. I can't long. It's most too early to declare this case closed. Look at you, so sure of yourself. We will got the culprits on confession and some very incriminating evidence. What more could you ask for? Mr. Lion Bob? Yes? I want to hear it from you. The whole story. Tell me your side of all that has happened today. From the kidnapping do the murder. But why? I'm a kidnapper and a killer. Well, if that's true, then you should be able to easily explain everything you did. Isn't that enough? Okay, take it easy now with that schizo. It's fine if you're the one behind everything, but only if that is the truth. Now then, will you tell us the truth? Or is there some reason why you can't? So, how's it gonna be? I will have to say it's apart. I think I'd always seen you stalk away as the losing boat. Alright, you heard me. Let's hurry up on all the evil deeds you committed today. Alright then. So let's hear it. Mr. Bob's confession. The one came up with the kidnapping plan was the butler, Mr. Närcon. We know that we will get used by holding a land's hostage. Mr. Man will pay anything to get his son back. After all, everything was going according to plan, but as soon as we got the money, Mr. Närcon turned on me and tried to kill me. Dad, are you satisfied? She has confessed to her crimes a second time. Is that... It's actually hard to tell from this alone. At least you have the guts to admit what you have done. I can at least respect that most. Mrs. Bobs, is what you said really the truth? Yes, it is. If it really is, then you should say it with more confidence. If that is the truth, it certainly isn't the whole truth, because there is something that seems a bit too improbable in her confession. Mr. Bob's confession. Well then, let's get to the bottom of this. The one who came up with the kidnapping plan was the butler, Mr. Närcon. Well, that was like an amazing, but... Hold it! How well did you know the victim? I spotted with him only a fair times at the lamb's house. A fair times? That's it? Yes. Well, if that's the case, then it's strange that you would want to be partners. If they only met a fair times, I don't see how they could be trusted each other. Yeah, I'm struggling to see that too. But if you had never talked, then how could he just you not to steal his plan? You said exactly what I was thinking. That's completely irrelevant. He was planning to betray her from the very beginning. Which is why he sued someone he wasn't especially close to. Isn't that right, Sina? Yes, however, Mr. Närcon made a very poor choice. In the end, he was killed by the one he intended to betray himself. Ha! I bet he didn't see that one coming. Is that really it? We never got get used by holding a lance hostage. Well, that is actually true. So hold it. You know, how do you know something like that? Oh no, what should I do? Okay, what's wrong with her now? Come on, isn't it obvious? You're making your scary face again. That's why. I see. Why don't I asking her in a nicer, more gentle way? No, stop it, lion. You're always like this. You always fall for the stone looking one. That's why you'll always be unhappy. So that's it. Maybe that's it. She's been bewitched by you, I see, Claire. Well, we all have over preferences. I'm not gonna judge her on that. Mind your own business, Kay. Now then, Mr. Pops, let's continue with the testimony. Oh, yes, of course. Mr. Amano won't pay anything to get his son back after all. Yet that was easy too. So hold it. Why did you believe that? Anyone who knows Mr. Amano would think the same. I bet Lance is that old man's greatest treasure. I suppose he would be to a doting father like Mr. Amano. I always figured that was it too, and I was always envious of Lance for it. Oh, because you, Dad. I got this painting from my father. Ah, I see. So loyalty is your dad? And I believe that as long as I have this, I'll find my father again someday. Okay, now you have my interest. He welcomed me into his arms, guided on the back of Pegasus. That painting. She must still believe it to be the wings of Pegasus. Everything was going according to plan, but as soon as we got the pony, so that's when he decided to betray you. Hold it! Would you mind telling us a little about the plan itself? Well, first we got that Lance. Oh, how did you do that? That when Mr. Närcon did that on his... Oh yeah, I completely forgot to feed the boss, so how can I do that quickly? Och vi får hjälpa om det är så. Hoppas du? Kompis, varför hoppas du där? Okej, jag tar jag på att just med där förkortet du fet det på. And I don't really get what happened with that Skoel. Like, that Skoel knows me. And it knows that I like it to feed it. So I don't really know why it got a bit scared there. Like, it was watching me. It even saw what I was doing. Like, it never was I was just gonna leave some food. So I don't really get why it got a bit scared there. Actually kinda surprised me because I mean because we have interacted quite a fair times. But I guess it was because of the fact that I opened the window. No, I don't know, but yeah, it might probably get on because it knows that there's a food on the side now. So it might jump by again a bit later. Anyway, that aside, Mr. Närcon did that on his own, so I don't quite know. But I thought you'd have to steal people away. I started to think what she would do with so knowledge. Sorry, I really don't know. But somehow, Mr. Närcon was able to contain him. All we had to do after that was wait for the Jansson to be paid. But that's when he attempted to kill you, huh? Mr. Närcon turned on me and tried to kill me. Gonna be completely honest. If we consider how he was killed, I kinda find it hard to believe. So did. What do you think he did? I have no idea. But maybe he had planned on doing so from the very beginning. Mr. Spobbs. Wait, Mr. Närcon planned to kill Mr. Spobbs from the very beginning? Was that ever really likely to happen? Well, we never found anything suggesting that, so I'm not really sure. What should I do? Should I raise an objection? I do it in a bit. I wanna see if I can pierce you more first. No, I should've saw my hand this early on. The 70 years of this testimony takes me first. Ha! I say kidnappers also weep when they get stabbed in the back. Even a stupid the one you claim to love the most. That's... No! You don't understand! What's that you understand? What's wrong, Kay? I can't believe she was betrayed. I kinda feel sorry for her. I feel a little sorry for her too. However, I also wish she would tell us the whole truth. Because there is something that seems a bit too improbable in her confession. But I'll give it another careful listen and see. Well then, I'm gonna dig deep enough into that statement. So there we go. Yeah. So let's dig deeper here. Yeah. So, I'm sorry, but I don't think what you just claimed is all that likely. Huh? I don't think Mr. Närcon would have ever been capable of killing you. But why? We were to those strangers. It's not uncommon for people... Oh. To kill each other over money. Mr. Spobbs, you really are clueless, aren't you? What do you mean? You never know what your into kidnapping was. Nor do you know who you really are. But I do. And I can show you with this piece of evidence. Well, let's see then. This proves that Mr. Närcon would have been able to bring himself to kill Mr. Spobbs. Calling the voyage. Loyalty. Let's see. Yeah, I believe this might actually be it. So take that! If I'm not mistaken... Mr. Pops, you don't know, do you? But this piece of evidence will tell you exactly who you really are. Okay, so it wasn't this one. It is one of the three at least. So it was like 1 in 3. But now it's 1 in 2. So now it's a 50-50. Okay. So take that. Why are you showing this to me? So what about the patent? This shows patent along with this piece of evidence shows who you really are. It's either this or that, but I'm gonna assume it's this one, so take that! Does that really have anything to do with the patent? What the heck? Of course not! Is that so? Anyway, an art break is coming up now, so be right back and see you in 3 minutes.
Magma no
の矢に変わる求め合う心が互う痛みは真実の道かすらせるけれど交差する銀河や見つめ合う瞳に同じ夢確かに映したたとえつまずいてもたとえ傷ついても飛び立とう風翼にして
Yeah, as I figured, the squirrel you don't know. It was just been a bit careful, but yeah, as I suspected, it yet on to do the food for the food quite quickly. Well, actually sort of be surprised, because we good friends, aren't we? And who vi är bra kompisar. Yeah. Anyway, put that aside. Let's keep at it. So first we have this one. And then it goes along with this one, so take that! Test repentance, you simply saw that. What did you agree? Hey, you're right, they're the same color and they were made of the same material. But with the test repentance, I actually won. Yeah, I can easily see that actually. Because if you put them together, they become Pegasus. Shall we give it a try? Wow! It's totally Pegasus! Goodbye! Why does my pattern match up with Mr. Närcon's? Well, because he is your father. You're a smart lady. I'm sure you can imagine why that might be. No, that can't be. So it will make a set. Heh, it's just another trinket. Is the skull? Okay, I think the skull have had enough. I think the skull have had enough. But yeah, we see if any of the pots might drop by too for the food. Anyway, it's not as though this changes anything. You like imagination, I can't lie. Very well. I'll show you with this evidence. This is the piece of evidence that gives meaning to the Pegasus pattern. So, here we go. Take that! With this, all the three pieces are connected. Oliver Närcon was just an alias for this man. His real name was Colin de Voyager, the name that is etched on the horse pattern. What? An alias? I suppose he had to hide the fact that he was a felon somehow in order to live. And it makes sense given what is written in Mr. Tevoya's studio. But what I really wanted to point out was this. This specific section is what reveals the true meaning behind those sentences. Yeah, this very part, soldotter. So yet again, take that! Mr. Tevoyaya had one daughter, and her name is Lion Bob. That's a lie! That person was not my father! He couldn't come out and tell you he was your father because he was in hiding. However, I believe he was trying to secretly watch over you. I believe so too, actually. Do you still believe that a man like that could kill the daughter he was separated from? Or even, that so sad a man would allow his daughter to get involved in a kidnapping plot? So, please tell me the truth. Ha 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 ha! And what is so funny, I can't learn? You're good at making things up in your head and deciding it's the truth, aren't you? I get what you're trying to say. We don't have anything that actually confirms it. What are you trying to say? You're thinking it's mostly innocent. After all, I thought of another possibility. Is that so? Well, let's hold it. I wonder what you came up with. Another possibility. I can't you that the two of them are father and daughter? But isn't it possible that they both know that fact? Now I have a hard time imagining that. It was no coincidence that the united pair became involved in the house of Amano. And the two of them made good use of the meetings to plan this little kidnapping. What did you say my scenario is perfectly probable as well? I don't know. I have quite a fair issues with what you said. I'm finding holes here and there in your argument. So this is his version of how things might have been. It's surprisingly fair kill. You don't have any proof that they didn't know of the two-year relationship, right? And you say that the two of them committed the kidnapping together. That's right. As one yearly Jotten family. Is that really what happened? I had better take a long, hard look at the evidence. The question is if what evidence we have to prove otherwise. Another possibility. I can't you that the two of them are father and daughter. Yeah, because that most is basically confirmed now. So take that, hold it. Precisely. It was father would ever willingly kill his own daughter. I've seen a lot of things in my travels, and I can tell you that being related by blood is sometimes proof of nothing. Well, I can confirm it too. I've seen that a lot too. But isn't it possible that they both know that fact? Yeah, I have a hard time believing that, so hold it! You think they know? Yeah, I don't think only the victim know. I think they realized it as well. They both knew who the other person was, but they had to pretend that they didn't. Because he was on the lam. You got it! The victim could exactly go on flaunting who he was. Furthermore, it was no coincidence that the United Path became involved in the house of Amano. Because of the money, ho? Hold it! One as a butler, and one as the friend of the son, you mean? They probably thought that was the best sort. Is that what you honestly believe? I find that quite weak. Of course. And the two of them made good use of the meetings to plan this little kidnapping. Well, I give you that. There is a sense that could be the case. But hold it! You mean how they plotted to commit this crime as blood relatives? Can you think of a better partner? They is certainly a clever pair. The butler and the girlfriend. No one would ever suspect that they were, in fact, family. Yes, from the very beginning, they painstakingly practiced those roles well. What did you say, my son? What did you say, my scenario is perfectly probable as well? Well, I'm not gonna deny that, but at the same time, it's actually quite weak, so hold it. I believe you've been a bit too overconfident for someone with no evidence. No evidence. Am I? Because I don't see you presenting any evidence to the contrary. Without evidence, we're stuck in a stalemate. I can't think he's wrong. His scenario is certainly a probable one. He better hurry up and do something, or lawyer's gonna wind up looking really bad. I know, but first things first. Is Arcade Lang's line of logic factually correct? Was the crime really committed by the two of them? By this father and daughter pair? Yeah, the thing is, there was indications that more was involved. So let's see. Yeah, I'm just thinking. Now I need to think. It's one of these true. I'm gonna need to take a long look hard at what I have. Let's see. But I'm gonna need to think. Because I wonder, was that really the case? I'm thinking hard. Was that really it? Let's see. I wonder. Well, there are two things coming to mind. I first wanna start with this one. Let's see if I'm right now. Objection! Okay. Okay, that wasn't it. I was thinking if that was it or not, but it wasn't. Let me think. Well, the thing coming to my mind is this. Yeah, I'm gonna wait with the objects until I'm actually certain. Because I think the... Yeah. There's something about that one I feel like there's more to it than that. Okay, so that isn't it then. Okay, that wasn't it. Oh wait. That was the wrong evidence. That wasn't even the evidence I wanted to present. Okay, I can use it out then. Okay, I can use this evidence out then. But then I wonder. But if that's the case, what I'm thinking, Yeah, I do wonder, was that really the case? This is actually a hard one. Like, it is a fair kill, but I just can't think of the right evidence. It's the evidence about I'm... Oh wait. Oh yeah, I think I get it now. If I'm not mistaken, then the question is, why won't the jeep be stolen? So, objection! I'm really wanting, because we know that there was a third one involved. This kidnapping wasn't planned by just the two people alone. And what kind of proof do you have of that? Quite simply, there were 3 kidnappers. Yeah? Yes, and I can prove it. 4 customs were stolen from the Wild West Area's backyard. We found one of them in the kidnapper's hideout. But as for the other 3, we can assume they were being worn by 3 different people. We also found a set of 3 cups and 3 food inserts that were used in the hideout. It all clearly points to a 3-man group. And I believe this third person is the real mastermind behind the kidnapping. Who is this mastermind? You sweet in bullets. I present to you the brains behind the kidnapping. Wait, what? Wait, what? Well, really, there is only one person that actually makes sense here. The only one I can think of that would fit would be Cena. So take that! The real puppet master of this kidnapping is this person. I can think of no one else. I was wrong. I can think of no one else with such faulty logic as you, Mr. Prosecutor. It wasn't this person. I mean, it was not a novel. Thinking back, there is only one person that thought kidnapper could be. Well, who is it? Who is the mastermind behind it all? Well then, if it isn't you, then... Well... Why would it be? The only one I can think of then is Venti. So take that! Oh, I was wrong. If not Venti, then... If it's not Venti, could it be Lance? Multi! I mean, take that! Wait, wait. What? What? I only picked him at random. I only picked... What? Huh? What? Wait, but there was no indication at all? But I didn't see any indications. What? Did I miss something? Because it didn't even occur to me once. Huh? Okay, that little yellow came out of nowhere. Anyway. Lansamano? Yes. This abduction was, in fact, schemed up by Lance himself. Because what he said when he appeared before us. Did you see the faces of your kidnappers? No, I didn't see the faces. But one was a woman. Yeah. However, there were 3 kidnappers, which isn't a contradiction to what he said. But I know I only saw 2 people. Yeah, this is one where you might think he won't be mistaken, or actually there are lots of scenarios. That's why it didn't occur to me. This guy was being held hostage. It's possible he got to see all 3 of them. Yes, about when you were being held. I have my thoughts about what happened then. Lance, would you mind telling us what happened when you were being held captive? I really don't remember most anymore. Honest. But if I don't tell you at least something, you won't believe me at all, will you? So, let's hold it then. Lance testimony. I was kidnapped yesterday morning. They had me shot in that room, blindfolded the entire time. But the kidnapper suddenly disappeared around the time I heard the rain falling outside. My hands were cuffed, but it was a stroke of luck that they left me alone. I made my escape and ran away from that room as fast as I could. Tuesday on the Counter Passageway, I presume. Okay. That was an odd response. Are you okay? Sorry, I really didn't want to recall that horrible ordeal, but now you believe me, right? No, not quite yet. Ah, how can you not? Why do you look at me with icy darkness in your eyes? Because he's a persecutor, and because they all like that. There we go again. You really do seem to have something against the persecutors. Oh wait, my bad. I'll have you know, Agent Lang, a persecutor's eyes are for disowning the truth and so to be interpreted to be cruel at times. Then so be it. There's a sticking point in Lance's testimony. Are you talking about the blindfold or? Let's see what he offers up when I push a little. Lance testimony. So there we go then. Let's see. Let's see what I can clean from a piercing you. I was kidnapped yesterday morning. Well, that seems to sum it up. So hold it. Can you tell us about when you were abducted in a little more detail? It was a strange morning. I felt like I was right in the middle of a great calm. And where were you when you experienced this calm? Our family garden, of course. Where else could it have been? Okay, why did you get so bad? Why did you so... Well, excuse me for asking. This salt is more princess than beans. I was out taking a walk to sake of the morning blood. Then, out of the blue, someone from behind clamps a hand over my mood. What are you doing? You didn't see your attacker? They must have used some drug to knock me out. Because before I knew it, I was off in La La Land again. When I woke up, I was in the kidnapper's hideout, already all tied up. I see. They had me out in that room, blindfolded the entire time. Yeah, that's the thing I actually find strange, to be honest. So, hold it! By that room, you mean the kidnapper's hideout, correct? Yes, but I was blindfolded the whole time, so I didn't know that until I made my escape. Then you were in the same room as you kidnappers. He spoke in hoarse tones, but I couldn't catch bits of the conversation. It was definitely two people, and one of them was definitely a woman. I was so scared. I could tell they were nearby, so I didn't make a move. I see. But the kidnapper suddenly disappeared around the time I heard rain falling outside. Yeah, that seems to add it up too. So hold it. The kidnappers disappeared. The room fell into a sudden silence. I had been left behind like an unwanted mood. And what do you mean by unwanted mood? What a pointless question. It's not like he's going to tell you anything new, you know? Yeah, I agree. It's a poetic smile. It's a poetic smile. You should learn how to use them too. You might look fine on the outside. But it's no good if you're not fine on the inside as well. Oh my god! Oh my god! He's not used to Justin. He's used to not Justin Edgeworth. He's turning Edgeworth into barbecue. Like damn. Damn. My hands were goofed, but it was a stroke of luck that they left me alone. Well, in that case, how did you even manage to escape? Hold it! Then, those goofed on your wrist? I suppose you are still goofed in that case. I am well aware of how I am saying to reality. I gotta find the key. So I'm afraid that I'm stuck like this. And if I escape from that jail cell, I will forever be a prisoner. Oh. Wait, what? Jail? Or maybe I'm thinking too much. I made my escape and ran away from that room as fast as I could. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, that last bit is actually strange to me. So hold it. How did you manage to escape? I wanted to just get out of that, but the door leading outside was locked. This is why I had to use the on-the-counter passageway to make my escape. But how did you even know that it existed? I remember our escape to be equally as hard. This is an invaluable piece of testimony. I must let it go on excitement. The door leading outside was locked tight, so I had to use the on-the-count passageway. Yeah, honestly, that one is very bizarre to me. So hold it. By on-the-count passageway, you mean the one that the staff uses to travel unnoticed? I suppose that's what it's for, but I didn't run into any staff members on my way out. And once I was up top, I was busy trying to find a member of the police. And that is when you found us congregated to the stadium, I suppose. Let me ask you then, how did you get a hold of the key to the on-the-counter door? That was easy. It was hanging right there in the room on the wall. I do recall a key hanging on the wall, right beside the table. Boy, to start bringing back memories of our situation and how we made our escape. Well, it wasn't even that long ago. Indeed. And out of the door in the floor of our room led to an on-the-count room. The door in the floor of the room next door had a secret passageway. A secret passageway under a theme park. Oh, that sounds like so much fun. I wonder, is there something off about the way Lance made his escape? Well, for me, I find it really odd. I'm just gonna think about, like, I know which statement to go for, but let me think. Well, this is the first thing that comes to mind, so I'm gonna start with this one. So, objection! Because you could have used to remove that. And so I honestly don't believe you. You say that the door leading out was locked, But was it really? Yeah. Because all you had to do was remove this sword and you won't be able to escape. We're talking about that room behind the saloon front, right? Yep, that's the room we're talking about. Look, I thought that it took quite a fair man to get that thing open. Right, Sina? Well, haven't you been wondering why? Yes, that's correct. Then, take a look at this. What is that? A sword? It's not an especially reliable one. If it's broken like that, well, it's broken because of you. Allow me to start from the end. My conclusion is that the door was never locked. It was simply held shut by this sword. This was used to jam the handle. From your reaction, I take it that I'm right. Lance, haven't of your hands were cuffed together. You could still use them. If that's the case, then why did you not use to simply remove the sword and escape? Why didn't I? I was disoriented. No, I don't think so, because if you really was, then you wouldn't have anything about using the key. So I'm not buying that. Yes, that's it. I didn't notice it. Yeah, I'm not buying it. As if I should accept such a bold-faced lie. You locked yourself in that room because you had to make yourself look like the victim. But you did not, in fact, possess the key to the door. That is why you use the pube sword to improvise and create a person of your very own. You have been making this guy out to be one of the kidnappers for some time now. I wonder if you have forgotten something very important along the way. Do tell me. And what would that be? A motive. What else? Well, I think I know what the motive is actually. Do you honestly think that an upright poor boy like him? Yeah, I don't know if he really is. Would hat up a completely pointless game such as kidnapping himself? Actually, yes. This person did indeed have a motive to commit his crime. So, here we go. Take that! To put it simply, Lance has a very urgent need for money. This is hardly your typical love letter. It is, in fact, a collection spill. Yeah. And I actually remember the name, who the person is. I actually remember who Viola is. And I also remember what kind of company the loaner is. It appears our upstanding boy has accumulated quite a debt. Isn't that right, Lance? Ooh! Seems like I was right. Looks like it's hard being the son of a yes man too. It must be you when you have the yes to stealing from your own old man, huh? Uh, Alright, I give up. I abducted myself. So you admit it, huh? Lance! It's over, Lolly. In this life, we really are born to our fates after all. All I wanted was to go with you to a new town, somewhere where no one would know us. I wanted us to be well off with a $1 million, but now that team is over. But, okay, something doesn't really make sense, huh? Why did you have to loan money when you could have used the gotten it from your father? Oh, Lance. Then, you're giving yourself up? Yes, yes. I had planned to run away from this world with my lolly. Oliver helped us with the plan, but then he had to go and stab us in the back. And that's when you killed him. He turned on you. Maybe he didn't want to split again some money. That's my guess. I see. It happened almost right after you made the job off. When we were alone, he attacked me all of a sudden. After a brief struggle, I was able to contain him and keep him under control. We left him inside that room, as Lolly and I made our escape. We wore different costumes and split up. Lolly left first in the blue base costume. So, that's how it was. That would mean the person Officer Meekins was Misty's boss. But right then, the old man just had to wake up. I was careless and he targeted me pretty hard from behind. Then Oliver put on a bad face costume, took the suitcase with $1 million, and yeah, I contacted Lolly right away and warned her that he had a gun. They had no idea that they were related, so I thought that it could only end badly. I still don't believe it. That person was not my father. I'm sorry to tell you, but that is the truth. Because if he was, I just killed my own father! Wait. So you really did kill him? Lolly, then it really was you? Well, I need to do more now. Chain of events. That man was not my father. I mean, because at the stadium, There was a bad pacer pulling the suitcase with a $1 million in it. But the pacer pointed his gun at me, aiming to shoot me dead. That's why I used the gun I got from Lance. There was a gunshot. The other person jumped into the gun, and I ran, scared for my life. Well, that actually would make sense, yeah. I think the big picture is finally coming into focus, don't you? Lolly, forgive me. I didn't think it would turn into something so frightening. If only I could have protected you. So, Mr. Spots, she thought I owned that without ever knowing who he really was. Well, that was I'm certain of. If what she says is true, I assume she's lying. But why would she lie about something like that? What purpose would it serve? Well, for starters, it would protect the lambs. You would be surprised how often people lie without even realizing it themselves, okay? Huh? What's that supposed to mean? What I mean is, listen very carefully to her confession once more, and you'll see. Well then, let's see if I can figure it out. Chain of events. That man was not my father. I mean, because at the stadium. Hold it! Please calm down and let's slowly talk it you for this. But all you have to do is simply tell us what happened at the stadium. Leave it to us to source out the truth. Can you do that for me? Alright, so at the stadium, there was a bad pacer pulling the suitcase with a $1 million in it. That was, I believe. Hold it! That was the ransom money, wasn't it? Yes, that's how I was able to identify Mr. Närcon almost immediately. It was all thanks to what Lance told me. And what did he tell you? Well, he called me on my cell phone and told me that Mr. Närcon had betrayed us and had ran off with the ransom money. And about how he had a gun. So you're already in love? But that pacer pointed his gun at me, aiming to shoot me dead. So you killed him in self-defense then? Hold it! Were you able to clearly see the gun? Yes, I got a very clear look at it when it was pointed at me. Oh, father, why would you try to shoot me? Do you really think a father would shoot his own daughter? Do you really think a father would shoot his own daughter, Mr. Edgeworth? Well, it have happened before. That much I can tell you. I don't know. I don't want to believe it myself. But it's true. My father's left arm was raised with a gun in it. Wait. What do you mean? What do you mean left arm? He's right-handed. So why won't he have a gun on his left hand if he's right-handed? Pointed straight at me. I'm about to die, I thought. Mr. Spock, please calm down and take a deep breath. And then, would you allow me to hold that last statement one more time? Yes, of course. Yeah, I have a big issue with that one. Anyway, another outbreak is coming up now. So be right back again and I see you in 3 minutes.
Cry for me 君の声が聞こえてる叫んでる僕の名前を
はナハトバイス。
私はクロエ・バーネットと言います。
ロナード・グリフィン、警察だ。
エルフェンテック社長のリーブ・スラシルと申します。プロジェクト試験班の担当になった。
Alrighty, I'm back now, so let's keep going then. But the face pointed the gun in his left hand at me, aiming to shoot me dead. Yeah, I really do want about that, so hold it. And you felt that your life was in danger, correct? Yes, I'm about to die, I thought. So that's why I used the gun I got from Lance. So you got it from Lance then? Hold it! You shot Mr. Närcon. Mr. Spock. Yes, I shoot him. Ha ha ha! And that, as they say, is that. I get along. Mr. Spock is far from done. She hasn't even finished her testimony yet. You're going to continue questioning her? What a waste of time! Mr. Spock, if you please. Alright. There was a gun shot. The other person jumped into the gun. And I am scared for my life. Honestly, that one is a strange way of saying it. So hold it. Did you take off immediately following the concert? Yes. And you didn't attempt to abuse the victim at all after he was shot? I was scared. I don't blame you. I would have done the exact same thing. Hang on, my class cloth accidentally fell on the floor. There we go. Hang on, okay, 1 second. Who missed this about? Well, but there is a contradiction in what she said. One big contradiction even. What will become of her, Mr. Edgeworth? Well, we won't know till it's over. She seems to be telling the truth regarding what happened at the stadium. However, I don't believe it to be absolutely correct. Listen very carefully to her confession once more, and you'll see. Yeah, I already found the issue with her testimony. And I'm now gonna point it out. So, here we go. It's actually quite impossible because he's right-handed, so... Objection! I have had a dossier on your father. And according to this, your father was right-handed. Yeah, then I believe it was someone else. The person pointing a gun at you from atop the stage was not Mr. Närcon. Hold on there, Mr. Prosecutor. I think you need to take a fiesta course. The bad base has a model gun attached to his right hand. You don't seem to know. But that model gun you're talking about was actually missing. So I'm sorry, what you're trying to tell me means absolutely nothing at all. It means nothing at all. And my point still stands. Mrs. White, the only hand he got beheld the yell gun with was his left. Isn't it possible that it went down like that? I'm sorry to tell you, but that's impossible. I get lost. May you pay attention to what Mr. Pops was saying? Then again. I suppose I can't expect someone who has never set foot in court to catch it. Enough with the smoothness. Out with it already. Mr. Pops told us earlier there was a bad pacer pulling the suitcase with a $1 million in it. According to you, the bad pacer had a gun in his left hand, which would mean that he was pulling the suitcase with his right hand, which he can't do if he have the brutal gun. Is that correct, Mr. Pops? Yes, exactly. And so it was the bad pacer. It had those hoods sunglasses on its face. But if that's the case, even I can see there is a who's contradiction. And that's exactly my point. Yes, Mr. Pops claims to have seen the bad pacer. And yeah, the bad pacer had both of his hands full. There's two pieces of information contradicts each other, so one must be wrong. Well, it's actually wrong that both hands weren't occupied. Holding a gun in his right hand as he pulls the suitcase with the same hand. I don't even need to get going. It was obvious as a fact how wrong that one was. Anyway, so it wasn't a paid pizza, it was another pizza. Mr. Bob, what you saw was not a bad pizza. Think back, and the Calvin's character was it at the level a gun at you. But it was made up of sunglasses, and it had a strange blue boat. That sounds of the bad pizza Pieti I'd say. Well, in that case, apparently the report was correct then. They are both correct. Impossible! That just leaves us with an irresolvable contradiction. Mr. Spock's entire statement, yes to the fact that she saw his sunglasses and the bed. But what if that bad pizza wasn't wearing pants on his lower half? This booster was a way for the bad pizza to freely use both of his hands. So, now I can finally point it out, the missing Närcon. So, take that! Oh, my arm. Anyway, get your head on straight, Mr. Prosecutor. That doesn't show me the this one. I love it. What I saw was it for me. Huh? What do you mean that wasn't it? Okay, no, that wasn't what I expected. I was so as the fuck that was it. Well, if that wasn't it, oh wait, I think I get it now. Oh my god, why it's so obvious? Why didn't I was focusing too much on the wrong thing there. Anyway, take that! The customs have two parts to them, a head and a body. Oh, I get it now. The head Mr. Bob saw was probably nearly the head of the bad pizza. However, is it not possible that the body was that of an entirely different pizza? A different pizza? Yes, but to put it more bluntly, I believe it was the lower half of this pizza. The body of the bad pizza Mr. Bob saw really belonged to this pizza. Well, bad pizza and blue pizza have an almost identical body. So, take that! He said might have been the blue pizza, but I mean, his head might have been the beige pacer, but his body was the blue pacer. The blue pacer. Hold on. Let's see how was it that had one of this on. I did. And so did Officer Meekins, Paul. Ha ha ha. Nice try, but the logic is just that the illogic. Officer Meekins has been placed on the arrest after us. Okay, I wasn't used to looking at the body shape, but in that case... Listen, gonna have to do this then. Well, in that case, couldn't have been a beauty pacer. So, there we go then. Take that! What? The heck is it? The heck is it? It's the beautiful pacer. Yes, and it's a simple matter of a process of elimination. Mr. Sparks was wearing the blue pacer's costume, so we can eliminate that one. And the pink pacer is of the wrong color, which would have been incredibly obvious. All that is left is the beauty pacer costume. Mr. Sparks, who was the one who wore the beauty pacer costume. That would be Lance. So it was you. Are you saying what I think you are? Yes. That Lance Amanu turned the bare pacer's head and pretended to be Mr. Närcon. On top of this, he plotted to shoot Mr. Sparks while wearing that hideous thing. The stage that was set up in the stadium was nothing more than that, a set-up, and his purpose was to lead Mr. Sparks into believing she had committed murder. Standing there in front of Mr. Sparks and pretending to be the victim. It's actually possible because the murder gun fired blanks. It was all done so that she would pull the trigger. I have no idea what you're talking about. But exactly what I have had to do all that. Oh? Well, to view the fact that you're not a murderer, maybe. There is but one reason. Lance Amanu! You are the real culprit behind the murder of Mr. Oliver Närcon. What? No! That's slander! Take it back! You take it back! Right? No! Just out of curiosity, Lance, this is the dominant hand. I'm left-handed. But what does that have to do with anything? It depends. According to Mr. Bob, her attacker held a gun in his left hand. Ha! Who is one-handed doesn't prove a thing. And besides, now you use speed-up sword. Oh, am I not yelling? Are you sorry at that? Sorry of that. It's not like the beauty paste is bulletproof. One misfire, and he would have found himself dead. Yeah? Actually, even if there was a misfire, he would still be alive. Of course, logically, if he had been shot, he probably wouldn't be here with us. But I believe he had thought of that as well, and prepared accordingly. This will be all the evidence you need. This is how Lance made sure that he wouldn't be hit by a bullet. It's finally time! This will end it once and for all. It's time to end this. So, take that! We found one half of a bad painted custom in the hideout, a broken one. It was not the same one that the victim was wearing. Plus, it was missing something. And that something is the mortar gun that a paint-based guy is, which can fire blanks. What? So you get what I'm trying to say now, huh? Mr. Pops, where is the gun you used now? I threw it away into the sea. Yeah. That makes it a bit tough to verify what it was. Although I believe that we can safely assume that it was the murder gun in question. I've heard enough. All we've been spotting so far is poor conjecture. I admit that as long as the murder gun is lost to us, I can't prove I'm right. However, I can say that the probability that I am right is very high. Okay, let's pretend that you're right and that the murder at the stadium was a fabrication. In that case, where do you think the murder really took place, Mr. Prosecutor? I do believe I have a pretty good idea of where. I don't know yet, but I know. Ha! I knew you were full of it. However, I do believe that the murder took place during an earlier time frame. Please, wait a second. It's simply not possible. Because I saw Mr. Närcon after he was sustained by Lance. She saw the victim in the state of being restrained. Tell me more. I thought it was over now, but apparently it wasn't. What Mr. Pops saw? Getting back to the hideout long after the order moved. By that time, Lance had already subdued and restrained Mr. Närcon. He had tied Mr. Närcon securely to the beam in the room next door. After that, the crew was put on over customs and made of escape. That was actually quite short. So, Mr. Närcon must have escaped after the two of you left, right? We thought that it attracted too much attention if we left together, so I left first. We plan to meet up again at the stadium. But then, as I was walking through the park, I got a call from Lance on my cell phone. Oliver managed to escape. It looked like he was waiting until I was alone. He also stole the gun from me at that time. And then, the murder happened. Mr. Närcon must have overheard the plan to meet up at the stage. Well, Mr. Persecutor, Mr. Spout saw the victim with her own eyes, which means that the victim was still alive at that time. Wouldn't you agree? Why does that sound wrong to me? Well, maybe because we have a proof. There must be something amiss about this Närcon. Let's see what happens when I examine it in more detail. What Mrs. Pops saw. So, där vi går den. I came back to the hideout long after the order through. So you was the last one then? Hold it! When exactly did I arrive back at the hideout? It was after we had picked up the ransom money. And where were you up until the time you returned? I was putting the bag out and making preparations for our escape. Walk around in the various areas, looking for the best route. So each of them had their own roles to play. After I was done, I went back to the hideout. By that time, Lance had already subdued and restrained Mr. Närcon. I believe also that's when he killed him. So hold it! How did Lance look at that time? Well, he looked shocked. He also looked a little dull. When I saw that sadness in his eyes, Thank you. That's enough for now. And what of Mr. Närcon? What was his situation like? He had died Mr. Närcon securely to the beam in the room next door. Interesting. Okay, this statement is actually very interesting because I don't have any memories of him being there. So hold it. You're certain it was Mr. Närcon that you saw? Because I vote if you didn't mix him with the Edward. Yes, I'm certain of what I saw. Did you go into the other room to sex? Let's say that it was best if I didn't get too close to him. Lance, his socks are kinda soul. Then, are you telling me that you did not confirm that it was Mr. Närcon for yourself? I said you deflated the door that separates the two you. You had a bad base's head on, so I'm absolutely sure. Yeah, we did have a bad base's head. I remember that. That just had to be Mr. Närcon. She saw a bad base's head. Well, that's gonna make it easy then. The captain had a bad base's head on, so I was absolutely sure it was Mr. Närcon. And I'm absolutely sure that you was mistaken. So hold it! So the tide of Mr. Närcon was still in his bad base costume. Yes. And it was a better semi-suitable situation. But no. So there is an objection. I do it later. Perhaps I should listen to more of what she has to say. After that, the two of us put on our costumes and made our escape. I see. Hold it! I assume you would split up, but plan to enter words later at a set time and place. Yes, we plan to meet up at the stage, and then I left the hideout not long after. And what about the some money? Give me that absolutely tasteless suitcase. Man, Lance was supposed to be in touch with him, but Oliver stole it from me, along with the gun, when he escaped. If Mr. Närcon was alive in the hideout, then the murder must have happened after that. Meaning it probably all went down at the stage. Well, I don't think so. I mean, I can really see why Mr. Bones would lie at a time like this, you know. She's not lying. She's only mistaken. Okay, I don't think she's lying. But yeah, that she's making a bad assumption. She is? Yes. Yes, and I intend to solve what a bad assumption is. Okay, now I can point it out to you who it really was that you saw. So there we go. So let me tell you who it was that you really saw. The person you saw was not a victim. What? Why not? I will tell you why not. With this, Mrs. Bobs shows us that the person you saw was not the victim. Well, I'm gonna assume you're referring to this one. So, Take that! Okay, I was wrong. So that wasn't it then. Hang on. Well, in that case... Well, if that wasn't it... Let me think then. Hang on. Well, what then? Let me think. This is done. Is this it? Take that! Oh. Okay, that wasn't it. What else then? Let me think. What else could it be then? Then what? Oh wait. Oh, I didn't think it was that one again. Anyway, take that. Mr. Pops, the person you saw was not Mr. Närcon at all. Huh? The person you actually saw was this person. His name is none other than Miles Edgeworth. It was me. It was me. The person I saw was you, Mr. Edgeworth. Yes, it was. I always thought it was a bit odd. Why would the kidnappers abduct me? Even after I handed over the ransom. It's not as if I saw the face of the kidnappers. So then, I would have just taken the $1 million and the yen. But in the end, there was a point to it all. It was to make me look like Mr. Närcon. And if that was the reason for which I was abducted, then I believe we can assume that the victim was already dead at that time. Well, Lance, am I right? That's... You thought Mr. Pops a person, namely me, with a bad face's head on, and then made you could soon escape together. So you pretended. Huh? What do you mean he pretended? Exactly that. I believe Lance watched you escape and then went back to the hideout. Probably to come and remove the bad face ahead from my own conscious self. And to create his fake prison with the purpose what? He then escaped via the passageway. Hold you don't, boy! don't get caught up in that tidal wave of force coming out of Mr. Pussycutter's boot. Tidal wave will hold a lot come out of you, but I have yet to see a yet of evidence. The victim's betrayal and his subsequent attainment. All of that what happened when you were out cold. That's right! You were out for quite a while, Mr. Pussycutter. Even if that were the case, Mrs. Bobs would have still seen me tied to the pin. I was scared of Mr. Närcon, so I didn't go into the next room. So you have no idea if you were in there or not, Mr. Edgeworth. You see, it was the thing that you can't do a thing. Wait, what are you doing here? Who say that? Okay. What's up? Please wait. Mr. Amano? Miles, my boy. It looks like you really giving it you are. At last, it's not good to go still open for orders. Dad! Let's see. You are the one in charge of the investigation, correct? Yeah, that's right. I thought that my son has been nothing for the doorbell. He's probably won't make up for anything. But I have some evidence for you. Huh? Oh, do you know? Is that what I think it is? Wait, why are there two guns? It's the bad patient custom with the victim was wearing. It's a gun. I'm gonna pay Dion for the police, so I went and bought it myself. It happens but not ever disposed of in the sea. And is there no one in this country who actually obeys the law? No. I get wrong. Please calm down. What the heck is that scrap of paper? Has to be a letter from the chief of police. Please allow Mr. Amano complete freedom to give us he sees the bit. It says... What? Okay. The chief of police? What the... Just who does he think he is? The person who wields the highest authority in this area. Yeah, so you can't stop him. No, please no need to be so modest. I'm not a copper from this land, so I'm not bound by the laws of your country. No. This doesn't meant to strong you into anything. It's just a request. Well, ask them to please respect the laws of the land. There is a saying, when you are the young, you do like what the humans do. And I can't really say no to that. However, Get on into the topic at hand. It doesn't matter who found the evidence. It's a value remains unseen. Alright now. Let's take a look at this new evidence. Evaluating content years back at the special point 60 years old lab. I'm all good to domes with contact the desk. The verified that the fluid on this custom belonged to Oliver. As for the gun, the only fingerprint they could find were used. Lion! What? You disappoint me, Miles. Okay. I can't believe that you will cause my son such distant heartaches. Okay. Thank goodness I was able to find the final pieces of evidence. You'll have no reason left to push my poor boy Ion. That's it. These are the case-making pieces of evidence. Ha! I'll be the use of that. Well then, let me investigate. Could this gun be the actual motivation? Revolver. Used to kill Närcon. Det was originally stolen from guard by victim during escape. Revolver data used on in organizer. Let's see. The permission box the fingerprints on this car. Can you let me hold it for a sec? I started if you don't know how to handle it. Besides, Mr. Sparks prints eye on it. Look, I'm very close. It'll be okay. I just want to take a look. That's all. It's not like I'm going to yawn off with it. The only things I don't yet own not yet, sir. Stealing either one would land you in jail, you know. Let's see how. Let's see then. Well, I see then. Let's see what else. Pokemon, it's hang on. What's this? It looks like there's something inside the custom head. Hey, they sparkle. I bet that they're really valuable. Sorry, but they use pieces of a meal. But why are they in here? Good question. Meal fragments. That's were found inside the victim's custom. Why were they there in the first place? Meal fragments data used on in my organizer. Let's see. Anything else? Well, let's see what else then. Let me think. Oh yeah, that one too. This bullet hole. It looks kind of point around the edges. Wait, those spawn marks were left by the Närcon border. This is a most important fact. Why is that? Because it is proof that the victim was shot at point-blank range. Victim's custom. One at time of shooting. Gunpowder bone is proof he was shot from a point blank. Victim's custom data updated in my organizer. I don't know. Well, that's not the most definitive pieces of evidence you've ever seen. I do have some issues. Thank you, Dad. This will be enough to convince even Mr. Edgeworth over there. Not really. Decisive evidence. Well, make no mistake, there are fingerprints on the Mortius gun. And the computer, it was Luli who killed Oliver. But Oliver was also after Luli's wife. So Mr. Edgeworth, and you must see that Luli was only acting in self-defense. I'm sorry to tell you, but no. You missed one very important point here. The fingerprints on the weapon, huh? Oh no, this isn't helpful at all. Look, Mr. Edgeworth. All I want to do is save Lolly, but in the end, all I can do is watch on as she takes the punishment for her crimes. That might be all you can do. However, I still have a case to solve and a job to do. The job of unraveling you inside this lie. You want me. Why won't you believe me? Even in the face of artist evidence? Well, among all of them, I found an issue. Decisive evidence. But anyway, an art break is coming up now. So, be right back again and see you in 3 minutes.
ジュリアン・スカイと言います。
今飼いならせるデームドライク
Okay, I'm back now. Make no mistake, there are fingerprints on that body's gone. Or is it now? Hold it! Those fingerprints, are you sure they belong to Mrs. Bob's? There's no mistake about it. It's my connection. I had the best forensic techniques money can perform. I find that to be a bit peculiar. What are you trying to pick an argument with me? What should I do? Should I raise an objection? I'm gonna wait on it. Perhaps I should wait and see how this bounce out first. It's still too early. And they proved that it was Lolly who killed Oliver. Oh really now? Hold it! You saw a gun for someone which accusing his own girlfriend of murder. You have it all wrong. Alone had to pay the price. It's a form of love. She says that she also wants to pay back her debt to society, but... What do you mean with that? But Oliver was also after Lolly's life. Well, I don't think so. So hold it. And why do you believe that the victim was set on taking Mr. Bob's life? I suppose it's because he wants to silence her. To keep her quiet. Because he knows the truth behind the kidnapping. In that case, why did he not target you as well? That's because he never defeated me. He wanted to be able to control my father. Yeah, that makes sense actually. Ho ho ho! Yeah. Even if it cost me millions, I won't have had the killer phone. I believe it didn't kill you for an entirely different reason. However, I think yes. Look, more than why he didn't kill me, I'm worried about what happened to Lolly. So Mr. Edgeworth, ever you was to see that Lolly was only acting in self-defense. Actually, I don't. So hold it. Justified self-defense? I suppose that is a possibility given the circumstances. Really? Oh, thank goodness. However, self-defense was not necessary in this case. What do you mean? Mr. Sparks is innocent. She didn't do anything. So why would she need to defend herself from nothing? You still don't believe what I say, do you? Indeed, I don't believe you at all. His entire argument hinges on the fact that her fingerprints are on the car. However, the dude is not like that. It lies in whatever he is hiding from me. But not for long. Yeah. Now I can actually dig deeper into the first statement. So let's do that. Yeah. I am trying to pick a fight with you indeed. Frankly, I don't believe that Mr. Sparks being so beyond that gone to begin with. And the reason why Mr. Sparks being so beyond the gone is... Well, oh. Let's see. I need to remind me. Yeah, I do believe that's it. Let's see if that's the one, so... Take that! Never mind, that one sounds wrong. That one sounds wrong actually. So I don't believe that's it. Yeah, alguien an objection. Well, in that case... Take that! Okay, then something else then. Well, I'm gonna need to think then what the other reason could be. Is Närcon. Anyway. Then I need to think. Well, have we got it? If that's not it, I'm thinking. Okay, I think it's not it. That's not it. Well, in that case, I'm thinking hard. I wonder if that's it is, and I figure that's what. What else then? No, okay, that's not it, but I got it through all the ideas now when I did this. It's either this or that. Okay, it was that. So, take that! I was focusing on the right thing. It's just there was lots of evidence that proved that. It's simply not possible for Mr. Spots to have left any pins on the motor weapon. Because when she was at the stadium, Mr. Spots was wearing a costume. Huh? But there's been no mistake. We found fingerprints. Well, Mr. Spots, do you remember tossing the gun at all at any time? Ah, yes. As a matter of fact, I did hold it for a bit back in the hideout. I handed it off to Mr. Närcon when he and Lance left for the haunted house. To get into yen some money, I suppose. And there you have it. That is when Mr. Bob's pins found their way onto the gun. Do you understand now, Mr. Amano? The fingerprints do nothing to prove that Mr. Bob's is the murderer. You still don't have anything to prove that she isn't the killer, right? But I believe I do. You seem very adamant upon insisting that your girlfriend is a cold-blooded killer. Oh, Lance. What? No way! I'm incredibly worried about her. But that doesn't change the fact that you don't have any evidence, right? That's where you're wrong. I have the evidence. What? How? I saw you. The story that Mr. Boss killed the victim at the stage in the stadium. The whole affair is simply not true, because that was not a real crime scene, but a setup. This proves that the real murder was not committed at the stadium at all. Let's see. It's neat to see what it says here. Oh yeah, that's the one I was thinking of, so take that! Let us take another good look at the costume the victim was wearing. Then, I believe you will see why I insist he was not sued at the stadium. This is the part of the costume that proves it. This very spot. So, take that! The bond I wanted this bullet hole was made when the victim was sued at the point blank range. Ah, so then you mean the murder Mrs. Oldbeck saw at the stadium really was? Indeed, indeed. Yes, she saw two people, but they were separated by a distance. If the victim was indeed shot from below the stage, there should be a gun for the bomb. Oh! And there you have it. Heh! Look at you, Mr. Smarty Pants Prosecutor! Since you seem to know all the answers, why not tell us where the real crime scene is then? Very well, I believe I have a good idea. Lance set me up to look like Mr. Närcon back at the hideout. If that's the case, then the murder must have happened prior to that. And the location where Lance and the victim were just before I was imprisoned was... I got it. I know where the yell scene of the motor. I bet the same just in case. The yellow location in which Mr. Närcon was killed is here. Yeah. With everything considered, I believe it was actually in the haunted hood. Oh wait. Actually, yeah. Let's see. It's either haunted house or Wild Wild West. So, take that. It's a 50-50. I think it's not only reasonable to assume the murder took place in the haunted hood. Okay, I was right then. I won the 50-50. The haunted hood? Yes. And I have proved that it is highly likely that the victim was killed there. What proves that the real scene of the crime was the haunted house? The very real fragment. So take that! They were inside the costume the victim was wearing. They are fragments of a mirror. A mirror? And what does that have to do with anything? Indeed, you don't exactly expect to find pieces of a mirror inside a costume. Yeah, that's actually pretty dangerous. However, there's one place I can think of where there is a plethora of mirror fragments, and that is the haunted house. Lance Manu! I propose that you kill Mr. Närcon with a revolver in the haunted house. After that, you stole the blue-based mobile to move his body to the Wild Wild West area. The timing of when the blue-based mobile was stolen confirms this as the fact. So what say you? Miles, my boy, say no more. I'm sorry, Mr. Manu, but I cannot do that. Be quiet! Yes, please do something. Stop that boy from speaking any more nonsense. Honest Manu, correct? I meant you. No, be quiet, camps. How dare you? And then he went all silent. I don't need words. The only thing I require is evidence. Decisive evidence. And the Countess Mewpis decisive. Is a pretty presumptuous, Mr. Prosecutor. But see now, wasn't there a mirror in the kidnapper's hideout? Yes, there was a mirror there. A mirror that's for the haunted house. Oh yeah, I do remember that too. You see, isn't it possible the fragments got into the costumes there? But I get along. There were no fragments on the floor, so the probability is very low. Probability Ha 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 ha! Langsi says, on due spot, the vote probability does not exist. The only thing that does is definitely proof. The question is, Mr. Prosecutor, is, do you have the definitive proof you need? I'm gonna have to think. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, do you? Do I have solid evidence that that proves the murder took place at the haunted house? The answer is no. Say! So since you don't have any, shut up! I don't have the evidence yet, but I'm certain about the occurred around the time I turned the ransom over. At that time, the only people at the haunted house, besides myself, were Lance and Mr. Närcon. If I can prove that the murder took place at the haunted house, then I can prove Lance guilty in connection to the murder. But now, Mr. Edgeworth, I get along. I have a special request. Yeah? I'd like to prove to you that the scene of the crime was indeed the haunted house. Why the water I asked the werewolf for permission? Because I don't really have a choice if I want to find the dude. AAI1, permission granted, but you not does a single thing, got it? That won't be a problem. All that's important to me is that the dude be brought to light. It doesn't matter by rule of how it's done, as long as it's done. Sena! I'm high. Put in the paperwork for the AAI1 immediately. Understood. I'll go get the gate matter cube's approval. Who was that? Who was it now? You again? No. Let's hold on for a second. There's no need to obtain approval. Why not? Mr. Amanu? I get along. If you would please take a look at this. What is this? Sena! It's the deed to the haunted house. The deed? Yet it outlawed! King Catalan Inc. hereby bequeaths the property known as the haunted house. It is the money for the loan sum of $1 million paid in full in cash. So isn't there I think money can't boy? What? As you can see, I am now the legal owner of the haunted house. Are you kidding? Where did you? I am the owner of the park earlier and we made the deal almost immediately. How quickly things move when you can prepare $1 million in the blink of an eye. Well, if you went that far, that means that we hit the bull's eye. That's $1 million you paid. Don't tell me it was. Oh, that's right. This disgusting suitcase belongs to you, doesn't it? Wait. Don't tell me that you and Lance was in on it together. I don't have any more use for it. Still, I have it back now. You used to earn some money. My Lance is a good boy. Even apologize for the kidnapping a bit earlier. So he believed that I've been forgiven. After all, you did yet only earn some money. That's the way things are. So if you will please discuss things with me from now on. Discuss? What is there to discuss? Right, that means to the end of the haunted house, of course. Yeah, no, you're the one that gets the final say. Fuck it. When we were busy listening to Lance's story, Mr. Amado was out there being empathy in us. The source, the haunted house is the life. End of discussion. I get along. I wanted the IS start. I get along. I wanted IS start goal. At Miles, you should hurry on home now, my boy. Before I nearly lose my temper. Oh. Mr. Manu definitely has the text talk in his favor, huh? What should I do if I leave it like this? The dude will be lost forever. Okay, this became very tricky. We was almost at the end of this case. However, now that we are not even allowed to investigate the haunted house, we won't be able to bring this case to a close. So what can we do? But that also means another thing, that we own the yard to the egg. And also, I'm starting to believe that Lance and Honest are actually working together from the very beginning. But no, the question is, why? So, the fact that it was a kidnapping case was not it. So we was wrong about it being a kidnapping. There was no kidnapping involved at all. They only made it look like it. But Lance was never kidnapped. This was something that he and Honest planned together. However, we soon gonna bring this case to an end. I'll find a way to get the volatility out. I'm not gonna give up. But anyway, I do believe that's enough for today, so hang on. So, let me close the game quickly. There we go. And then I used to do this. And well, like I said, so this is the only stream this week, since I will be going to Närcon at Wednesday. So then, since that's the case, so if you wanna follow me at the social, here you go. And do feel free to join my Discord. And if you aren't subscribed, you can use this message. Otherwise, you can use this one. No, just give me a bit and we shall see what we shall be going for. And I see you all next time. Good night. Uyatsumi.
What